Hey guys, Perla here. Welcome to my channel, Imperfectly Perfect. It is Friday morning, right? Yeah, March 8th. Shout out to all the fellow females out there. So happy International Women's Day. Yay! Time to shine. Well, you should be shining every day. Anyways, yesterday was a little whew. Two of the kids had appointment, green and purple. Green uses a CPAP. He does not have narcolepsy, and purple has narcolepsy with cataplexy. I'll make a video probably this week and just an update on what's going on with them. I just want to make this quick video. It says, I'm sorry for what I said when I was sleepy. So that's probably like 99.9% of the time. I am sorry if I say something hurtful or harsh. No, not really. I have learned throughout the years that I really do think before I talk, even though sometimes it seems like I don't, or like I didn't, or whatever. But I really do. I do think a lot before I say the things that I'm going to say. Anyways, and if you want the honest truth, I would give it to you. Like, I'm just not going to hold back. So, just want to make a little quick video about flexibility. So, I have no idea how I overlooked today that there was no school for the little ones. So my three youngest one are home today. Yeah. So usually I'm pretty good about writing everything down and keeping down, the dates that, they're off or have half days or whatever it is. Because I usually love to plan ahead, figuring out if I have to change my, my sleep schedule for that day or whatever it is. So yesterday, Blue got home and she was like, I was like, oh, let's get stuff ready for tomorrow for school. And she's like, there's no school tomorrow. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There is school tomorrow. And she's like, no. I'm like, it's not on the calendar. Like, if it's not on the calendar, it's not real. It's not. What are you talking about? Well, yeah, I overlooked it. So there is no school tomorrow, today, which it was, yesterday was tomorrow. But, today, hoy, marzo ocho. So today, March 8th, there is no school. So I, just gonna go with the flow today and see what happens. I am just going to be flexible today and just kind of, it is what it is. They don't have school, which is fine. So they're home with me. The girls are still sleeping. My oldest is at school. My youngest boy is outside playing with the dog. So I'm just sitting here in my room and I'm like, okay. So I went ahead and I started the laundry. I'm like, okay, so I'll do the laundry. Then, I'll finish it, put it away. And I'm waiting for the girls to wake up so that they can eat breakfast. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a nap. I have to always remember to remind them that if I'm going to take a nap, certain levels of noise need to be kept on check. So why do I say flexibility? Well, flexibility for me is something that is very, very, very hard to do in everything. I am a very, what people would call controlling person. I'm very stern. I'm very stubborn when it comes to certain things. Like I said, I love planning. Give me a spreadsheet and let me plan out like the next 5 years of my life in every single detail, and I can definitely do that. That's just who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it anymore. For a really long time, I had people talk negative about how organized or how I like to always have a schedule for everything, or how I like to always have like an end goal for everything. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, unfortunately for me, my intimate family, like my parents, my sister, my ex-husband, like people that are always around me, are not like me. So they don't understand why I like to have everything in order. Now, narcolepsy controls a lot of, not controls, is affected by a lot of my emotions. So when I feel a certain way, my emotions can trigger my narcolepsy to a higher, like to a different level. So it makes it worse in the essence of like how my body, my mind, and everything else reacts to it. So to me, having everything scheduled out or organized or planned out or whatever you want to call it, actually helps me to kind of stay balanced in my emotions, because if I know kind of like what's going on, then it's easier for me to be able to deal and manage everything, if that makes any sense. So with anything that you're dealing in life, always remember that we cannot control everything. There are going to be things that are completely out of our limits. And if we learn to be flexible with the things that we can control, as far as, let's say meeting somebody up for lunch, meeting somebody up for drinks, or whatever it is that you want to do. You have a play day with these kids, and whatever it is that you're gonna do. You're gonna work out, you're gonna go for a walk, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Just be flexible. Because I had to learn the hard way that flexibility is definitely needed, especially for us. We need to stop beating ourselves up because we don't do things in a timely manner as other people do. Or sometimes we are, for me, for instance, I was always like 2 or 3 steps ahead because I never wanted to feel like I was behind anybody else. And now, with that said, um, comes into like play the whole comparing yourself to other people. So right now in life, whatever is going on in your life, it is what is meant to happen. Whatever you're going through, is there's something in there in the midst of it all that you're supposed to learn. Now, why do I say that? I have been going the past probably year. It's gonna be a year since I left work in March. That I began to question myself a lot about myself, my identity, like who I am, like what am I meant to do? Why is this happening to me? Like as I was questioning myself, I started to realize that I was victimizing myself a lot, which I don't like. Yeah, there are people that are victim in certain situations. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about victimizing myself mentally. So, and it's a battle every single day, because I have days where I wake up and I feel like the entire world is against me. Like, you can say paranoid or whatever it is. And I'm like, oh my God, even the freaking water is against me today. I don't even want the freaking water touching me because it's hurting me. Like, yeah, that type of thing. Like, where you feel like everybody's out to get you. And, to be honest with you, some people might be, and some people are just really trying to live their lives. So what we have to get to in our life is understanding who we are, and what we need out of relationships with other people. Now, I've met this week, I want to say at least 2 or 3 individuals that in any other occasion I probably would have never met. Um, People that, how can I put it this way? People that you meet and you just kind of like click with. Now, these people do not have narcolepsy, but for instance, I met a gentleman who's 82, who, by the way, looks like he's like 60 something. This man is like, whoa. We started talking about life and stuff, and he saw that I started getting like a little when we started talking about life, and the scenario of how it happened, it really doesn't matter. But the whole fact was that, he talked to me about his relationship with his late wife. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, his wife passed away about a year and a half ago. And he is still currently working because he feels that working kind of gives him that balance in his life that he needs. But talking to him, he told me something that I never really thought about before. I've been stressing with the fact that people don't get how tired I am or how exhausted I am, or that how much narcolepsy affects me. And he told me something. He was like, oh, hold on, give me a second. Give me a second, buddy. Okay. Thank you. I'll be right out. He told me that after I was telling him about, because, he was interested in the whole narcolepsy thing. And I told him about everything. And he was like, something? I was like, what? He was like, looking at you and talking to you without you saying anything, you would have never guessed it. And I'm like, really? He was like, yeah. He's like, you come out, he said, as somebody that's very bright and very smart, but somebody that kind of seems to have everything together. And like it kind of just like, took me back, because I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't have anything put together. Like, I'm being completely honest, my life is a shambles right now. Two, I don't consider myself bright. I just consider myself to the point where I like knowledge, I like reading, I like researching, I love talking. um and smart, I mean, there's different types of smart. There's street smart, book smart, whatever you want to call it, and there's people that are just plain smart. But the fact that the way I'm seeing from different people, like, from a different perspective, is that if you do see me down the street, if you do see me, yeah, you can't notice that there's anything wrong with me. But I'm 32, so I've had 32 years of practice about hiding when I'm in pain, like physically. I have 32 years of hiding when I'm hallucinating, seeing things that are not there, hearing things that are not there, feeling things that are not there, smelling things that are not there. I've had 32 years of dealing with, I am so exhausted that I literally feel like I'm on like my last bit of energy, that it doesn't really show 99% of the time when I'm outside. And, you know, that's why this whole YouTube channel is, I'm so passionate about it. I'm so, how can I put it? Is why I wanted to grow, why I want people to, oh, that's why I want to reach as many people as possible. Because the phrase that they say, don't judge a book by its cover, is completely true. And it's not just about, okay, somebody is, a lot of people use it in different ways or whatever. But seeing me on the streets, especially like, let's say when I worked, you couldn't tell that there was something wrong with me unless I spoke about it. Um, so with that, we need to be flexible as to how we react when people say certain things. I know that we tend to get very frustrated when people are telling us what they believe is going to help us. Now, some people may be saying it because they truly care and they honestly feel that this is something that might help you. And two, some people are just saying it because they don't really give two crap and they just want to be heard. They like the sound of their own voice. So just be flexible in the way that we interact with other people. Be flexible with trying to understand what they're saying and where they're coming from. And that's just the honest truth. Um, I talk to doctors, and to, like, the nurses and the medical, everybody, like, in the office. Like, yesterday we were having conversations and stuff. And, you know, we're just all people. We're all just trying to live life to the best of our abilities. We're just all trying to find happiness, whatever that is. And, throughout the years, I realized that there is no complete happiness. There are happy moments. There are moments in life that are going to define you in a way that you never thought possible. There are moments in life that are going to change your course without you even realizing it. And to be honest with you, happiness is not so much of a destination, more of a way of life. So, you get a bad text, you get a bad comment or a bad phone call, or you hear some bad news or whatever it is, just, take a few moments, deal with it, process the emotions, and just keep on moving. Because sometimes, when you look back at life, the things that we thought were going to break us are actually the things that made they make us stronger, and they push us to the next level. They allow us to continue on growing. And if we're here and we're living and we don't grow, then what are we doing? What are we doing? Because growth is inedible. Some people call it, oh, you've changed, or yeah, we are supposed to change. If we continue how we were, then things continue how they were. If you want something to change in your life, if you want, you want to associate, you want to be just, I don't know how to put it. Like, you want to be in a different environment. You want to be in a different, whatever it is that you want, whatever your goals are in life, then you have to make the change to go towards that path or that destiny or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I have my own beliefs, spiritually, um and it's not something that I want to get into right now, because I feel that there is a lot out there. There's a lot of people that spiritually they do not know what they believe in and anything like that. So for me personally, like I've said, I don't know if I've said it before in any of my other videos, God, when I speak to God, he hears me, and I talk, and it's like, what you want to know, my love. And I, sometimes I feel like, narcolepsy is a curse or whatever. Well, how I felt anyways. But narcolepsy, things are revealed to me in dreams like plain sight, without having to do anything. And this has been true since I was a child, and it's something that I've always battled with. Um, so basically, just be flexible in every single part of your life, and allow yourself to make the mistakes in life. Whether you make the same mistake 10 or 15 times, or 10 or 15, times in a day, a week, or whatever it is. Allow yourself to do it, because there's something that you're supposed to learn. And if you continue on making the same mistakes, it's because you still have yet to learn the lessons that you were supposed to learn from that experience. So that is about it for as of right now anyways, and I am sorry again if I got off topics, but thank you for watching. Tell your moms, your sisters, your daughters, whomever, whatever females you see a lady walking down the street, yell, hey, I'm rooting for you, happy international Women's Day. Have a wonderful weekend, guys, and thank you for watching. Remember to like the channel. Remember to subscribe, please, 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 and remember to share the video. The more we share, the more people that can view the channel, view the videos, and you really don't know who you'll be helping. Bye-bye.